My name is Sarah NANDUDU. I am the National Coordinator of the National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda. And the National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda is a network of communities who are mobilized in saving groups, and they come from different cities and municipalities. National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda is affiliated to Slum Dwellers International, which is a global network of the urban poor. Our major role is to come together to fight poverty and change our status through savings by mobilizing saving groups. We form groups from the local level to settlement level to city level to the national level. Hence, we form the National Slum Dwellers Federation of Uganda. Our work is majorly to cause partnership through groups and then cause development in our settlements, where we do settlement data collection, which is community-led. The data which is done by communities, which is pure data which informs development within a settlement, data which is right from the ground, data which is natural, which is not modified, data which is real. So from data, we use this data to cause partnership with the cities, cause partnership with government to change our status. And from data, we move on using so many rituals of the Federation, some of which is exchanges, because we only learn by seeing and doing. So the data we collect makes us to cause partnership with the cities, municipalities, and the local governments, as well as the government of Uganda. So for us, we are proud to be part of this process because there is value for it. And now we have a component of Know Your City, where when we move around the country, actually by 2010, the government of Uganda did not know how many slums it had in the country. But through Know Your City program, our program, we were able to profile all the settlements across Kampala. We identified how many slums are in Kampala. We went to Jinja, we went to Kabale, we went to Arua, we went to Mbarara and Mbale. Right now we have the database of all the slums in the country, which government is now relying on to improve services in the community. Of which this data, what we now need is the government to put it into the internal data of the country, which is taken up by statistics, and it informs development in the city or in the cities, because it is real data, natural data from the ground. So, but despite the enormous achievements that we have achieved as a network, we still have lots of challenges, especially when it comes to land. And most of our settlements are faced with evictions day in, day out. And this is partly because the marginalized communities have no access to land, of which land sometimes belongs to individuals, and these are squatters. Besides that, and most of our network is composed of women, of which access to land by women is a critical issue that everyone needs to look at. If you look at the percentage of access to land in our communities, you realize that women have the smallest percentage. However, in our network, through different agencies that we have interacted with and having been supported by, and through data collection, where we are able to earmark who owns this type of land, who is the owner, who is the landlord, we are able to negotiate and make sure that communities access land. Access to land may be not only getting land titles like freehold or lease, but also through agencies like UN Inhabitants, through the JLTN component. We are able to negotiate with them to be able to support communities, especially women, to access land tenure through acquisition of certificate of customary ownership. So this intervention has worked so well with us, starting from Bale, where we started with unsettlement, and now we are across the city. Slum dwellers have acquired land, and government was in support of this 100%. And because of the success of that project, we have crossed to another city, which is Lira, where we are now intervening in about 4 settlements, and women are the forefront being thought about. So we think the initiatives of including land players like UN Inhabitants will help us even sort out the issue of housing because even when people didn't have land, that means they didn't have where to house themselves, and hence they remained in shattered houses forever and ever. The land is to be given by government, and the people should work with government and agencies to secure security of tenure and be able to access land in order to build their own houses.